Okay, so today we're working on sides. I am doing collard greens. First, I'm going to wash them by filling my sink halfway up and putting half a cup of vinegar in there. I already put the vinegar in there and I put the water in it. Now I'm gonna let this sit in here. Important, especially if you get them big leaves like I have them instead of pre-cut at the store. We're gonna continue to push the leaves underneath the water every 10 minutes. And we're gonna do this for at least an hour because we're gonna try to get them really clean. And as you look at the bottom of your sink, you'll start seeing all the grit and stuff coming from it. I actually got this from a great farmer's market. So as you can see, it's kind of cleaner than it would usually be if you get them from like a store or something like that. But yeah, I'm still going to wash them and swoosh them around every 10 minutes for an hour. Alrighty, so the second step to cleaning your collard greens or mustard greens or whatever greens you're using, I like to get a strainer and put my leaves in there from out my water, of course, that I put my vinegar in. And while that's draining, I'm actually gonna rinse it. I have a little after I finish rinsing them, I'm going to throw it. So after I get all my collard greens stems off, I like to layer them, just the ones at the same size because it's just easier. I like to roll them up like so and just cut them. This is going to make it easier to cook down in your pot. Also, easier bites. You can cook them whole and big if you want. You're just gonna have big bites. So I'm just gonna do this with all the rest of my collard greens. I'm gonna put them in a strainer so they continue straining out the water. So again, I just layer them, roll them. There's no particular way to roll it. Just roll, roll baby, roll, and slice. In the strainer. And I'm going to continue to do that until all the rest of my collard greens are cut. So the next and almost final step is to take all your collards that you shredded, put them in a pot. I'm gonna fill that pot up with as much collard green as you can because they will cook down to a little bit of nothing. If you cooked spinach before, it's something like that. So we're just gonna add all our collard greens to our pot. After we add all our collards to our pot, we're going to season them. I'm going to lightly season them with garlic, granulated garlic powder. I'm going to lightly season them with granulated garlic powder, some season oil, and some sugar. Season them. I'm going to lightly season them with garlic, granulated garlic powder. I'm going to lightly season them with granulated garlic powder, some season oil, and some sugar. And I'm also going to season it with a little bit of cayenne pepper. Then we're going to cover our collard greens. You can either use your chicken stock, you can use vegetable stock, or you can use water. I'm using water, so I'm going to cover it up with water. I like to pour my water on top of my seasoning so it can start going all the way through my pot. And add a little more water. We're going to cover the collard greens with water. You can use your hand or a spoon, just push it down and make sure that all your collard greens is getting touched by the water. Since I'm just using water and not chicken stock or vegetable stock, I am just going to use half a cube of my chicken bouillon. That's going to help add flavor. Okay. I want to make sure that that's getting in that water also. And I'm going to turn my pot on and let this cook down until my collard greens are as soft as I like them to be. Since I'm just doing a small pot, this would take probably 45 minutes or 35 minutes to an hour on a medium high. On a medium high. So we're just going to let those collard greens broil until they're the texture that you want them to be. And keep stirring the pot, making sure nothing sticks at the bottom. Alrighty, so this is about 25 minutes into. I'm actually about to let it cook to about 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. I want them a little soft and tender. If you like it, a little hard, then you can take it out now, or you can let it go more. It's all on your desire. This is your food and you're eating it. You can always take some out and taste it to see if it's the texture that you want it to be. I know it's not the texture I want it to be because how it's still not really soft inside the water. Yeah, I was going to see what I'm saying once it cooks down a little more. And when your greens get the texture you like, this is good for me. I just scoop them and add it to whatever you're adding it to. If you don't like the juice or the gravy or the water from it, you could just drain it out a little bit. But there we have it, some delicious collard greens. I served mine with some Jamaican oxtails. You can find that recipe on my YouTube or Facebook channel. Thank you guys for following.